We currently have the fuel tank out of the car. We'll show you guys all about that in a video coming soon. But while that's out, I've been able to see just how bad the rust is on the back of this car, and that's a common issue with the 60 series Land Cruisers. And specifically rust on some reinforcements that come from the factory with the car. We found this cool C-channel stuff from a website called trailtailor.com, and he sells a kit. The kit's $250 and it comes with all the bolts and everything that you need to install it. You just have to paint them. You can screw this C-channel into the back end of the frame to make it all solid. To do that though, come with me over here. I have to remove the rear spring hanger, and I have to remove this body mount. That involves getting these rivets out, and they're so, like, I've watched YouTube videos on this. I just cannot get these rivets out. I've just got some new drill bits and I'm gonna try using those, but honestly, like, it's just such a horrible job, and I think I have about 18 to go. Yesterday, I tried all day, and I came in looking like a chimney sweep, and I think I got out about 4. So I'm hoping this doesn't take me too much longer. I just spent the last 3 days, 4 days maybe, because there was a rain day in there, trying to remove some pieces of the back of the car in order to replace a bit of the C-channel. Knocking rivets out of the back of the car. Everyone on YouTube that says this is an easy job is on crack. It's taken me just so long. I think it was like a total of 22 rivets. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to show you the parts that I took out, and I'm going to try and show you the inside of the frame where it's really rusty, that we're going to be replacing the pieces of C-channel. This is what I've just pulled out of the car. You can see just how kind of like rusty and bad that was. Like, there's literally no middle to this part. This is, I'm going to guess, like 2mm C-channel. We're replacing it with 4mm C-channel. We've removed the rear bumper bar. You can see just how bad the rear cross member is too. So now that I've got all the rivets out and everything's done, my job now is to start reinforcing all of this so that we can put a rear tire carrier on the car. The one lucky thing we have is that if you look at the actual frame of the car, like this part of it, it's good. It's good, it's solid, it's a good like sort of 2.5mm, 3mm C-channel. So this part of it's good, and the other parts of it, where I've already added some structure to it, is pretty good. It's just a bit in between, so I'll show you that right now. Not sure what you can see right now. I'm hoping you can see the parts of the car where I've just removed all of those rusted pieces. You'll see all the holes where the rivets were. I hope. The pieces of C-channel from Tailor arrived, so I'm going to show you guys that, and we're going to paint them so they're rust proof. And I thought I'd just test fit them before I painted them, and I'm really glad I did, because it was really hard to get in. The frame has actually warped a lot, so getting in was really hard. So I'm just about to show you guys the fancy shiny C-channel before it gets painted, and my little test fitting job. This is the C-channel that we got from Tailor. It looks really cool. I know it's just a piece of metal, but it looks cool to me because the frame is so rusty and it's going to make it look $1 million. I've hit the back of the car with a rust converter, which actually is great. So what we do is we paint the car with a rust converter, and then we go with POR 15, and that should rust proof the back of our frame and stop it from rusting any further. So just trying to show you with a torch here the shiny newness that is the C-frame, and I've just test fitted it in there, and all the bolts around, they're all around different ways, and they don't really need to be. When I do it properly, I'll put them all around the right way, which is actually the bolt facing out, for anyone that's wondering. But it looks cool, and it's going to be just so much better. Spraying the C-channel pieces with grey Rust-Oleum primer and black Rust-Oleum paint. I did a bit of research and I was going to paint them with POR 15, but it just didn't seem to want to stick to the clean metal. I'm hoping that the Rust-Oleum keeps the rust off these things for at least a couple of years, and I'm really excited now because we get to install the fuel tank. Finally got the C channel in. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. The POR15 that we put onto the body, it actually filled a few of the holes. So I had to go through and cut a lot of the thickness from the paint out before I could actually fit the bolts through. But it's installed and all the bolts are around the right way. We're missing one hole because the two bolts were too close to each other on the inside and I couldn't actually make them fit. I forgot to drill out the holes on the leaf spring hangers, so we had to do that at the last minute as well, and I had to also touch up the paint on that before I could get them in. It was overall a pretty easy job, and now we're looking forward to the fact that we don't have to worry about so much of the weakness that was in the rear end of this frame, and we're going to have a really heavy tire carrier and stuff on the back, so we know that we're going to be okay moving forward. I may look like I'm frowning right now, but this is actually really exciting because this means I'm ready to put the fuel tank in.